So much of learning is the acquisition of knowledge. But I find that learning is that much more impactful and effective when you're also focused on the application of knowledge, which means it is about learning by doing. And this paludarium is, one of its purposes is that to demonstrate to children what does an ecological system look like and what is their role in preserving our beautiful nature that surrounds us.
There's a very interesting story to this paludarium. Now, school is a journey, so is life. So in this journey, we have many things that we learn, and these are all steps, in which we learn those interesting things, opportunities or incidents, or school is one part of life where maximum learning happens. Not just your books and theory and stuff like that, but so many other things. You learn about culture, you learn morals, you build a character. Okay, now this paludarium, the idea is, a person's life where as he grows older, he becomes more wiser. I assume, because I am quite old, but I've not gotten any wiser, but that's the whole idea, the concept. So the last tree, that's called the tree of wisdom. Here, these are the different steps in which you learn, or you gain knowledge, you build character. So maybe this is school, and that's college, and that's university, that's your work and life, and finally you're a wise man. Okay. Some inspiration has come from the Kung Fu Panda, where Master Oogway, the tree that he stands under. A little inspiration from the Avatar movie, where they have the tree of souls, okay, right there. So bits and pieces from here and there. And there's also an interesting mystery here. There is an obvious path towards the tree of wisdom, yet that's not the path, because that's the path, which is easy, seems easy, but it actually ends up not going anywhere. The most inobvious path, or the most difficult path, is from here, where you can reach with so many distractions, and also a path leading you out. You see that little light? That's actually leading you out. Okay? I'm guessing, it kind of justifies my vision. I'd love to hear from you guys. What do you think? Yeah. Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Mayur.
Ma'am, so we've finally finished India's largest paludarium in a school. You have all been so much support. And for the audience, this is Mrs. Sheila Alexander. She's the principal of Good Shepherd International School, and also my biology teacher. Her husband, Alexander sir, was actually my biology teacher, but she had also taught us a few subjects. So ma'am, your inspiration has, something great has happened, something interesting has happened. What do you think, ma'am?
It's absolutely fantastic.
Okay.
And proud that a Shepherdian could do that.
Yeah.
You carried what you learned into your classroom into the outdoors.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, you and of course Mr. Jacob and all of you have been such great support. Specifically, you told me that it has to be made in the primary block, that is the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th block. Why do you think that was important, ma'am?
It's very important because nurturing the interests of a student's learning starts with the primary. And we in GSIS, we don't believe in classrooms as cells alone. We believe in going out of that cell into the nature and integrating our learning with the ecosystem is the focus, or as far as science is concerned.
And that's true, man. That's so true. It's so true. What do you, again, it's a very similar question to what your previous question, but what do you think the children will get out of something like this? what will they gain from this one?
From this, they will know how close they are with nature, and they, along with all the other living things, live together harmoniously. And that is the need of the current education, making our children sensitive to the environment, be global change makers, so that we'll have a beautiful environment to live in, not only for us, for our future generation too.
And thank you so much. And of course, Alexander sir is not here, but my humble thanks to you and sir, because I don't know, if you were not part of my journey, then this would have not been a part of my journey. And this is a lot of happiness for me. You've seen me here in school running around 2-3 days.
Yes.
This is so much. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayur. It is an honor when our students do this and carry what they learn in their classrooms and be helpful to everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I've got the mail. I'll have to just check it and then we will see. What is this new thing, Dominic? I have been in this blog for so many years, I've never seen this.
This actually is called a paludarium.
Paludarium,
It's like a rainforest kind of scene.
Uh-huh.
And although we're living in this beautiful part of Nilgiris, in the heart of nature,
Okay.
but we now have nature in our hearts, which is really so important.
I can see it is wet also. Is there a way to for the water to
There's
fall?
sprinklers around there. I think it's timing.
Okay, it is timed. It's quite interesting. I mean,
I'm
children will learn. They don't have to go to the Amazon rainforest or anywhere which we had to read from.
They would
books.
really love this. Actually.
They will
It's
see
really-
what is happening in such forests. It will be very interesting for them. I wish we had in our school
our
when
school
we
days.
studied. It's quite
We've
interesting.
been in school the whole day there.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, that's
beautiful.
fine. Children will enjoy it, especially the junior kids when they see that. They'll also be interested in learning more. Probably
nature
they will-
and environment.
They'll tell their parents, please take us to the Amazon forest and find out.
You look like the more studying one. There are no books only out here.
Yeah, you take one of mine now. Yeah, you keep
Actually,
this.
you keep. Are you giving me?
You keep that.
Yeah. I think this whole thing about sitting in a class is so nostalgic.
Brings back memories.
Brings back a lot of memories.
Only we used to jump out of the window and steal carrots.
That's exactly what we do. And even in school and even now, I don't have any books on my table too.
Well, I wish I could say these. are
All
mine.
you did was give me pencil sharpenings. Okay, but yeah, it actually makes sense because I will probably end up making flowers with this or do something
Nothing goes to
artistic
waste.
about it. Nothing goes to waste. I mean, this is actually to thank you, from the bottom of my heart for giving us this beautiful opportunity to kind of, make this amazing paludarium that we did. Okay, you trusted the fact that you had never seen anything.
I've seen some. I've seen some of your work.
Yeah, some of my
I
work.
had an
but-
idea.
Yeah, but this is a huge
Much bigger project.
scale.
than-
Yeah,
absolutely.
and that's amazing. So, thank you so much.
Dude, I have to thank you and your team.
Let's
Done a
go see the.
fantastic job. Yeah,
Let's go see the
absolutely.
paludarium. Yeah.
Let's go do that.
Come.
So, I mean, where I
won't-
started.
Before that, I won't say inaugurate, but please do the honors.
Sure, I'll be happy. Beautiful.
Yeah.
It looks
Looks like it just rained.
It just rained, exactly. I was about to say that. It looks like it just rained.
I stopped you from saying something.
So I was going to say, where my thought process with wanting to do the paludarium. In fact, we have 4 projects that we've done. Right, we've done the paludarium, we've done 2 aquariums, and we've done 1 terrarium.
Yeah, and we still have to do 1 pond and
Correct.
Still
We're also
going
going
on.
to do a pond
Yeah.
down the line. But in keeping with what I said earlier, right? I think that we wanted to bring more nature inside the environment as well. Whether it's our classroom environment, whether it's where our students reside in the boarding houses, or even our dining hall where you go and eat. Right? I think every place has an opportunity for us to turn it into both a learning space as well as a way to reconnect with nature.
Correct. Correct.
So, for example, what we're planning to do in the dining hall is, have a fresh salad bar.
Awesome.
So you actually have, you can actually pick something right off the plant and put it on your plate and eat it because it's completely organic. It'll come from our hydroponics farm, things like that.
I'm actually going to take Mr. Thomas, and probably there'll be another video on their hydroponics area, because I'm very intrigued about how hydroponics is helping children in school for giving them good organic food. Okay, Guchapad International School is known to be that school which provides the best food ever.
I'm glad. Thank you
Look
for
at me.
saying that. Thank you for saying that. Our kids agree with it. Most of them love
it's the best food ever. I've been to many schools and I agree too. Okay, and of course you've been in other schools. You've studied in other schools. You know.
I have.
Okay. Now we've been talking to Mr. Jacob Thomas, my childhood friend. I call him Liju. He is the president of Guchapad International School. The introduction is late, but actually not really late, because we've got 2 videos with Liju and me.
I think your audience knows.
Yeah.
I hope they do.
Already, so you guys can actually watch that as well. And Liju, really, thank you so much, man. This is I can't say this enough, because something like this takes a lot of trust, and you blindly said no, do it. We'll see what happens. And then we've ended up doing 4, I think.
So, I was going to say to what you just said, I think, if you think about all the strong memories that we have in our lives, right? Whatever they are, whether you're a young person or when you're older in your life, I think for all those memories, if you look back at it, you have an emotional connection with it, right? And in some ways, this is one of the ways in which I want children to have an emotional connection with nature, with what they learn. And more importantly, when they leave our campus and move on with their lives, what are they going to take with them?
So, Liju, thank you again. We'll catch you up in the other video.
Thank you to you and your team for the fantastic job you guys have done, and most importantly, for involving our kids in this project.
That's what
giving them
that actually gave us a lot of joy.
Yeah, to get their hands dirty, go out into nature, to forage, things that they probably would never have had the opportunity to do. But like you said, also now to have an emotional bond with this creation that they have. So a paludarium is what? It has an entire ecosystem. So you see that thing on the top?
Yeah.
That is like rain.
What's
So,
rain?
but every 3 hours, it rains in there. Then you see those lights. Now notice, there are some small lights and there are some big lights.
Yeah, there are.
So, what comes up every morning?
Sun.
Why is the sun important for the plants? Why do plants need the sun?
Because without the sun, the plants cannot grow.
Why? What is it exactly? What does the sun do?
The circulation process of photosynthesis.
Exactly. It's something called photosynthesis. So imagine, where is the sun here?
That.
So we have put an artificial sun.
Oh, for the
So
plants.
basically the plant just needs the light. He doesn't know that it comes from the sun, right?
Oh.
And by the way, there's no rain. So we have created rain. Huh?
By putting those sprinklers.
Correct, but it's like rain.
Yeah. One more thing that I would like to add, Mr. Mayur, is, as you know, we are in a residential school, away from our home, our families. So sometimes when we feel a little lonely, we miss our pets, we miss our friends, we miss our parents. This is a place where I can come, I can touch them, I can feel them, I can talk to them. And I'm sure nature has its own way to spread my message to my loved ones through this medium. So this is a place which is going to give me calmness. This is a place where I can connect as a family. This is a place which will definitely be very close to my heart.
So for all of you, this is Meera ma'am, and she is the primary years coordinator, and she is in charge of actually instigating and creating more curiosity in the young minds of primary school children. So ma'am,
Thank you.
yeah, this is now in your block.
Yes.
Now, with your insistence, and you told Mr. Jacob that we need something interesting. So we've made something interesting. What do you think?
Teachers, come, let's discuss how we can use this beautiful, paludarium which has come on our floor for integrating our teaching and learning. So what do you think? How can we utilize this such a beautiful place which has come on our floor in our teaching and learning and build curiosity among our students? What are your thoughts on that?
This is definitely going to add a lot of meaning to students' learning. The various types of plants and all of that. Various colors.
Various colors, yeah.
Rainforest ecosystem.
Yeah, they can learn about the rainforest ecosystem, isn't it? And
Different type of
air plant they can learn.
different
air
type of
plant,
moss.
yes, different types of mosses, yes. And as you said, rainforest ecosystem, they will see all the different abiotic components, isn't it? Light, water, how do they help plants? What else?
We can connect it to actually Amazon forest, how Amazon forest looks and how we have created here.
Here.
And how the leaves, the short shrubs or whatever you call them, how they trap more heat and the color of the leaves is different.
Yeah, so
Why it is, we can
why it is,
understand
yes.
Different
shape
colors
of the
of
leaves.
Different shapes, so they can come up with
Different colors of
various
leaves.
wonder question that why even they all are plants, but all the plants have different colors of leaves, different types of leaves, right? And that will lead to an adaptive features of various plants. Very well, yes, we can definitely do that.
Flowering, non-flowering.
Flowering and non-flowering plants, yes, they can make connection with that as well. Flowering and non-flowering plants, the life cycle of plants, isn't it? How the plant from a small, it's growing big. Very well, yes. I'm so happy that we have got this on our floor, and this is going to generate a lot of curiosity among our students and going to be a very meaningful and a very meaningful resource to teach various subjects. So let's utilize this opportunity and bring this paludarium in all your teaching and learning, so that the concepts that our students have been learning in an abstract way should be able to see live and understand.
So, Dr. Lara,
Hi sir,
how is the paludarium?
Paludarium is fantastic to look. It's very stress buster for me. I think for students also they're feeling the same, because students are going for the academics, so much of works to do. Even being a medical department, so much of works to do.
Yeah.
Like not like for me, like everybody here, there's a lot of work to do. So while seeing this, is completely a calm mindset, stress buster.
True.
And most probably I just want to be here for more than 10 to 15 minutes to see all this place and start my day again.
Yeah, you can come here every day, spend some time. So we are now talking to Dr. Lara Viccuna. She is the doctor at Good Shepherd International School, and she handles the girls' infirmary. Okay, they have a boys' infirmary and girls' infirmary. She's the senior doctor for the girls' infirmary, and amazing person. Okay,
Thank you.
A couple of days, even I was not feeling well, and she gave me some medicines and all, and I'm now super.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So,
Yeah.
Doctor, tell us, and to the audience also, you've been in the school for now 1 year, I understand.
Yes.
Okay. Children are generally stressed out with whatever reasons,
Yeah.
and sometimes fever, all these things come because of stress also.
Yeah.
Something like this, how does it help the children?
Actually, there is a quote, favorite quote, like earth gives everybody needs, but earth doesn't give everybody greeds. So what I particularly take it this is, in this situation, it's called sustainability. So where we have to live according with the ecosystem. So this helps me like look forward that not only myself as my students and teachers and everybody academic staff to look this and have a calm mindset to restart their work, and it looks like an amazing stress buster for everybody.
Dr. Lara, that was amazing. That it's so true. It's so true, because if you can understand how to live with nature, then automatically all problems kind of get sorted out.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, because illness doesn't happen. Okay.
Mhm.
That's amazing. And thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your medicines. And I'm also super healthy. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
So I remember as a kid learning about, what a tropical forest is, and, watching videos, whether they're documentaries or other interesting videos on the National Geographic where they talk about, the Amazon and, how the Amazon jungle works, and it's the largest, tropical forest in the world, and where a lot of, species are still preserved by nature. But where do you, I mean, obviously everyone doesn't get to go to the Amazon to see what a tropical forest is like, but here is an example of an entire ecological system right here, and it's right across from a student's classroom.
Our primary motive of making this paludarium was, of course, to bring a piece of nature or bring a piece of rainforest into the school so that children, because this is in the 3rd and 4th standard or the primary block, and children could enjoy it firsthand. They walk out into their corridor and they can see this paludarium. Now, see, at some level it's an irony because they're already in a place like Ooty, which is filled with natural beauty, amazing, sights, the mountains, the greenery, brilliant. So why would you want to make another paludarium or a rainforest in a place like Ooty, where you can see so much greenery around you? Now, see, we all have greenery around us. How much do we value it? So this is a way to kind of, instigate a child's mind to actually valuing and learning, about the nature around them, about the beauty around them. And of course, at some level, bringing into their mind the value of conservation.